What's up guys, Jacob here, Whisker Whisper Fishing. I am set up in about 48 foot of water here, which is a little too deep. But what I'm doing today is I'm gonna be drift fishing this stretch. We got a little current, not much at all, just enough not to have to drag an anchor to drift. I've got some shad here. I caught a few in the creek, not very much bait. Once again, it's been a struggle to catch bait this time of year. It's getting really hot. The creeks and stuff's heating up and the shad are going down in deeper water and they're really hard to find. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to suspend these off the side of the boat. I'm going to set them at about 30 foot. I'm going to drift down through here. When I get too close to the bank, I'm going to use a trolling motor, push me out a little bit, and we should be able to cover a little bit of water doing that. And another thing, it's going to get really hot today, so I'm not going to be able to run the camera the whole time. I'm going to do my best to get it turned on before the bite, because if not, then it's just going to shut off from the heat. It does it all the time. It's going to be fun guessing about 30 foot here, because we're in 45, so I know we're off the bottom right there, so we're going to keep it about right there. And I don't have a whole lot of bait, so I'm going to do my best to be conservative with the bait I do have. I could have went down to the dam and caught a few shad or skipjack or whatever's in there right now, but just didn't have time to do it, and I didn't want to fish all day. I just want to fish for a couple hours or so, try to enjoy my weekend a little bit at home with the wife. This is definitely enjoyable, but not for the wife. Happy wife, happy life, y'all. I didn't see any marks on the fish finder in this particular spot. And as always, if drifting don't end up working, we'll just start fishing off the back of the boat and anchor up, which I think it's gonna be all right. We've got a high today of about 85 degrees, so it's gonna get pretty hot out here. That's another reason why I'm not trying to be out here when it reaches its peak. It's pretty warm right now. It's not 85, but it's at least 75 to 80. All right, guys. We're hooked up here. Didn't even see anything on the fish finder. That blue. Give me a back. We hit about 38 foot of water here. It's a little hole. Man, the belly on that thing. There we go. That a blue right there. Make sure you don't get all the skin off of me. There you have it. First fish drifting down through here in about 38 foot of water. He had the pole touching the water, and couldn't be happier with him. I'd say probably to go 15 pounds maybe. And he gave the bait back, and we'll be conservative with the bait, and I'm gonna use this piece again. I just got the floor all cleaned up. Well, I mean, it still looks like crap, but it's a little cleaner than what it was. Now we're getting it all slimed up, making it slick again. I'm really gonna have to do something about the floor on this thing. Oh, dang. He popped off. Got the bait on me. That right there was a big old fish. He had the rod way down in the water, just holding it there. He popped off. Probably a lot of the reason I didn't have my drag set too great. So now we're gonna work the drag a little more. There we go. Got a fish from back of the boat. Yeah. Got into a little patch of them here. blue cats are hitting right off the side here. Another nice fish. Woo! Yeah. Alright guys, had to throw the grippers on him. He didn't want to let me hold on very well, but we got into a little patch there. And they look like they are filling up, man. Both their bellies on the two fish I did catch are pudgy, pretty big. I said pudgy, but I mean, they're pretty stuffed. It looks like they're filling up pretty good. But not a bad second fish. Wish we would have caught the last fish that took the pole down there. Seems like we're getting into a little herd of them. I got a barge coming right there. So what I like to do whenever the barge is coming is I like to drop the anchor down so I don't move a whole lot. So we're gonna get that done and we're gonna get another piece of bait out there. We had that barge just now go through, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up a little bit. I was drifting back in this area right here, and that's where I was getting the bites at, right in front of that rock pile right there. So I'm gonna start drifting at about right here. After this crap stops, I'll put the baits back down. I got cleaned on this one. All right, the waves are pretty well settled a little bit. So we're gonna drop back down again. Once we hit bottom, we're gonna turn it up just about 4 or 5 turns. It's deep as all get out right here. Finally got bottom, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'll do the same right here. U-turns, get another piece of bait cut up for this pole here. We're gonna get it down there, we're gonna continue our drift. All right guys, so how I have these set up, I've got a Carolina rig. So what I like to do is I tie a polymer knot. You can't really see because all the slime on my line. And then I tie another polymer knot here down to a knotless knot. And there's my bait with the scale on the tip of the hook. And we're using the Mustad Demon circle hooks, size 9. A little old chunk of shad. Boat traffic out here, you guys can see people get a little rowdy. This stretch of the river, we got the launch right down there. So everybody's out here on Sunday evening just having fun. Kind of sucks for me, but it's all right. Can't control everything. I think it's a smaller fish, but he buried it. Yeah. Guys, number 3. Ooh. The blue cats are eating. I'm just about out of bait, so don't think I'll be catching a whole lot more. I tried to get that fish back in the water fast because I didn't give it time to decompress. Got a little excited and carried away. We're at about 38, 39 foot of water right here, and we're staying at a steady drift. So whenever you're pulling these fish up and they come up too quick, you'll see their insides start to come out a little bit and it can really hurt them or kill them. So that fish was probably on the boat for a couple seconds and I tried to get it back in the water. The Mustad Demon circle hooks, they're really doing work today. I wasn't sure about them at first because I caught a couple flatheads in my last video. And the hook was just barely inside the mouth. It was just enough to poke them. And they were holding it down like that. And it was just grab onto the hook and squeeze it tight, I guess. But these fish are actually getting the hook in the corner of their mouth like it's supposed to. And I don't have to do a whole lot. They're pretty much doing most of the hooking work themselves. We're getting pretty slim on bait right now. And as we're getting closer to the afternoon, there's a lot more boats out. Fish right here, y'all. Yeah. Nice slow takedown. You gotta love these slime cat rods, man. This is a really good fish right here. This is one of those ones I ain't gotta let it decompress because he's already stayed down there long enough. Oh man, whew. Got us a big old flathead. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a fish right there. Woo. I was kind of excited. Biggest flathead of the year right there. We're gonna check a weight on him. There you go. 27-pound flatty daddy. Out here drifting the Ohio River. About 40 foot of water. And got us a nice flathead. Just go ahead and turn him back. He seems pretty ready. Hey, good. Alright guys, that was my last 2 pieces of bait, so I'm out of bait and I'm getting pretty hungry. The breeze feels great. I thought it was going to be a lot hotter and it was going to kind of push me out of the river today, but it really wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. A bunch of boat traffic come by. It affected the way I was fishing a little bit, but I still was able to catch some fish today. Surprisingly drifting. That's going to wrap it up for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll catch you in another one.